Okay, is it recording now? I think it's recording now. Last time I pressed the record button, it messed up. So, I think it's recording now. Anyway, so here's another unboxing of an action figure. And this is Hunter Series 7-inch fully posable figure Predator Collection. And according to the back, this is City Hunter Predator. I'm not sure what the other Predators are called because there's a picture of them on the side here, but as you can see, the individual figures aren't really labeled. But this one here looks to be slightly translucent in some places. So it's like I guess he's going into stealth mode. It'd be nice if they made one of these like entirely clear for a stealth mode figure. Excuse me. And then there's the I think this is the one from the Predators movie with Adrian Brody in it. And then finally this one here, which I believe, again, is City Hunter Predator. And the little blurb on the back says, Predators, the most deadly and elusive hunters in the universe, have now chosen Earth as their otherworldly hunting ground. Special forces, police, and intelligence officers... sorry, a little tongue-tied there. Special forces, police, and intelligence operatives, and Batman, now aware of these deadly creatures, have united to track them down. But really, who's tracking whom? Utilizing advanced alien technology, these deceptive extraterrestrials have an array of weapons for any situation or environment, from dense tropical jungles to concrete-laden cities. The unseen predators stalk their prey and will only leave with trophies in hand. They mean skulls and spines. They don't have the spines to actually put that on the package, though. Test your mettle and choose your predator. Grab them before they disappear. Let the hunt begin. So yeah, I got the one that I felt like was the most vanilla of the Predators. I didn't really want the one that was kind of halfway invisible because, you know, like I'm kind of an all or nothing kind of guy as far as invisibility goes. Either you're invisible or you're not invisible. Like, you know, I'm not invisible right now, and if I turned my hand invisible, it wouldn't make me any less. You could still see me here. You'd just think I was like an amputee or something. So, anyway, but the other figures are pretty cool. I'm probably still going to get these other three. I just didn't want the clear one to be my first one. I don't mind him being an additional one in my collection. I might even buy him and repaint him. Who knows? And then the one from Predators. You know, I liked that movie, but again, I kind of wanted one that was more like a regular Predator before I got one that was like I hate to say the term super predator, but there you go. I don't know what else to call them. The wolf predators. I think it's like, if a regular predator is like a dog, this predator is like a wolf. Okay, whatever. So I got my handy-dandy X-Acto knife, and I'm about to cut them out of the package. I was really impressed with Lanard's Alien in the 7-inch scale, and I thought that was a pretty good attempt to launch themselves into 7-inch figures. So let's see if this is a worthy adversary for that figure. Okay, so there we go. We got the little plastic tray out of there. And as you can see, there's like this would probably make a pretty good display also if you wanted to display them loose and you just wanted to have something behind them. It's got like a nice little jungle setting, the red sky, and some leaves at the bottom. Even though this is a City Hunter Predator, he comes with a jungle backdrop. So I guess he's rather versatile as far as what environments he can be in. There we go. I'll lift that up a little bit more. So we keep doing that like an idiot. So let's see what accessories we've got for the Predator. So we got his throwing disc, and we've got a spear. So that's pretty cool. And get the Predator himself out of the packaging. And he's got a rubber band around his midsection. So, get my X-Acto knife again, and shisha. Thankfully, only one rubber band. It's not even really a rubber band. It's like one of those plastic tab things, you know, with the T shape at the end. Only this has got two little of the plastic strings attached to it. I'm guessing when I cut it, the other one went flying God knows where, so I don't know where it is anymore. But that was all that was holding it in the package. And I was kind of curious about this, and now that I've got him out of the package, I can check and see. And it turns out that his helmet does not come off. His helmet is glued to his face. Now, his dreadlocks come off, which probably shouldn't happen. I don't think that they can remove their dreadlocks in the movie, but but they are removable. His helmet, which is supposed to be removable in the movie, is not. So, and it really disappoints me because, like, I saw that there was, like, you can see, like, the yellow plastic of his skin underneath, and I'm thinking, well, maybe that means that you can pull it off. It doesn't show on the box, so I don't know either way. I'm going to have to take it out of the box to know for sure. And sure enough, it doesn't come off. That's disappointing. I kind of figure if you're going to make it a separate piece of plastic, you might as well make it a separate piece of plastic that actually comes off, and then you can see his face underneath. You might have to spend a little extra money on some paint apps, but, you know, whatever. So a little mildly disappointing, but this is a $10 action figure. What do you expect? Yeah, that's right. This thing's $10. You see, like, the NECA ones for, like, $20, $30, however much. Those things like $30 now? Yeah, this one's $20. So it's not anywhere near as good as a NECA figure. It doesn't have, like, you know, as much of the detailing and everything, but it's for the price, I'm not going to complain. So you can affix his disc on his leg there, so that's cool. I'm especially glad of that because the place where they put the disc is just completely unpainted and looks like weird because it's the same color as his skin. I might try to paint that like black or silver or something later on anyway, or like maybe even match up with this gray color. So the sculpting is really good. The sculpting, I think, is about as good as you could expect of a Predator action figure. All the details of the armor and the skin, you can see like little warts on his skin, and of course they sculpted in the fishnets. I don't see it. I don't know if you can see that very well. Can you make out where the fishnets are sculpted in? But they're not actually painted in, because I guess that would be too expensive. So, I could probably do that myself with a toothpick. Just go through there and individually, like, paint in each strand of fishnet. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I think he looks pretty cool anyway. His ankles are, like, kind of weirdly articulated in that it's a ball joint, but it's kind of... I don't know if you can see this very well. You see how it's like a cut rather than any kind of, like, you know, smooth, you know, cup and socket kind of shape. So it should, and it does have a little bit of a wobble to it, but not as much as it would if they'd made it in the style of a more traditional ball joint. But it actually is a ball joint, if you don't mind pulling it down all the way like that. But I don't think it's going to hold very well in that shape. It might. I don't know. It looks like the socket is supposed to pull slightly in like a weird sort of way. So it actually has a decent amount of articulation, like better than I would have thought it had. So I'm actually impressed by this. The knee is just a regular hinge. So, but there is a ball joint at the hip, so that still gives you a little bit of leeway as far as like positioning his legs. And this is more sort of a ball hinge joint, and so are the shoulders. His arms don't go up all the way because they're kind of hampered by the armor, but, you know, they go up a decent amount. They'll go up this way a good amount. I think they should go 360 degrees that way. He's got the laser mounted on his shoulder, and that actually has a little bit of posability to it. You know, you can point it over this way or point it over that way. I would probably, if I was the Predator, not point it all the way over this way, because I wouldn't want to blast my own face off. But that's just me. I don't know. Maybe in the Predator society, that's something they like to do. And he's got, of course, the standard Predator arm blades, the little wrist blades, so you can like make stabby, and that's pretty cool. I like that. And then last but not least, he's got something which I think is kind of a unique, is if you look on his chest, he actually has the Kryptonian symbol for hope, which is kind of funny to see on a Predator. I would think that if you're looking at this guy, if you're close enough that you can make out that the Kryptonian symbol for hope is on his chest, you have no more hope. It's over. You're done. He's going to kill you. So, unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger or Danny Glover or Batman or I remember the girl from Alien versus Predator that like her and the Predator fell in love, and he like marked her cheek and with the alien blood because she was his girlfriend now. At least that's how I interpreted that. They were going steady. So yeah. Anyway, this is a pretty darn good action figure. And if you want a Predator figure that's in a 7-inch scale, but you don't want to pay like a NECA kind of price, or let's say like you've got kids in your life that really love Predator and want to have a Predator action figure, but you don't want to give him anything that's or her anything that's expensive or let's be honest, as delicate as a NECA figure, this is something that I think would probably be better for a kid. This is almost like if a kid saw your NECA figures and was like, "Ooh, I want a Predator," and you're like, "Well, I don't want to spend $30 on something he's gonna break in like 2 seconds." Grab one of these from Walmart for $10, and this will make the kid happy. He or she will like this, I think, just as well as they would like that NECA figure. Oh yeah, I'm going to put the staff in his hand so we can see what he looks like with that, with his spear, staff, whatever it is. It looks cool. So, and he could probably get like a pretty good two-handed grip out of it too, since the articulation's pretty good. There we go. So he's gonna look awesome on my shelf. Like I talked about having him fight Batman earlier. I think he's a little small for the McFarlane style Batman, but let's see. I'm sure I have one handy. Yeah. Say like the old Mattel Batman figures. I think he's probably like a little short even for he's about the same height as the Arkham Asylum figures that Mattel put out. But he'd probably go really good with DC Universe Classics, or maybe even like the Batfleck figure. Probably I think the best Batman figure in terms of scale for this one would be the Christian Bale Movie Masters like they put out for Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. That one would probably be about perfect scale for this, if you want to do a Batman versus Predator thing. So, and then I guess you're on your own as to figuring out what what Arnold figures for him to fight. You probably could get like the NECA Dutch figure, and he'd probably work just as well with this. But there's any number of like Terminator or Conan the Barbarian, whatever you want to have him fight as far as Arnold goes. Obviously, I think like if you were going to go for one that's not Dutch, Terminator would probably be the closest. But I don't know. When I was a kid and we had the Predator figures that Kenner put out, that was not too long after they put out Terminator figures, so we just kind of pretended the Terminator was Dutch. So you do the best you can with what you have. So anyway, this is a recommend, especially for small children who might want a Predator figure, or somebody who just wants like something not expensive. So it's not quite as good as a NECA, but what do you expect? It's $10. For $10, this is a fantastic action figure. All right, that's pretty much it. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.